Hello guys, welcome back to another video. We are doing malware analysis on this, and we are starting a new series on totally what are the things that we're gonna look up, and what is this new malwares that we have found out. I'll be using the Zoo repository. It is one of the repository for managing the all malwares and what are the new malwares that has been came up in the market. So all they will pull up into this, so that you can have a look and you can download those malwares and in your hosted network, so that in your precis pre-controlled environment, so that you can test these malwares out and what are those things. Okay, and we'll be going to let's say we will be going to malware section and it is binaries, and you can look into that. There is a Napoleon, a new malware that has been added 8 months ago, which is totally which is recently in this year itself. And I would say this is rocket launching on the on the industries. A lot of people are talking about this malwares. As you can see, we got the SHA file, SHA hash and MD5 hash, and also there is a zip file available for that malware, and you can look into those malware things and you can reconsider that self, and you can also check what you can do to from your side. Okay, right? And while moving through that, you can see that you can download that zip file and you can check with the I'll be using Flare VM for that one. So let's just download this first. For downloading, I have did the download already. So that is there, as you can see. So what I have to do is I have to drag this down to my VMs, which is Flare VM. Okay, I'll be testing this. For that, you have to do it drag and drop option. For that, you have to do it by directional, so that you can drag and drop any file. So after dragging down, how you can do it. Let's just say I have already did that. I'll just describe it to you. I'll place it one another, so that while dragging down, you can just put it there. Okay. So by doing like that, you can transfer your malware from hosted network to a VM, so that nothing can be changed later on. And what you can do later is you have to unzip this file basically, and what you will unzip and how do you will unzip that, all things will be there. Okay, you can just unzip that, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Let's move on to the next session, what we call it as we can use zip also. As you can see here, there's a lot of other options that you wanted to try with, but let's just say they have a 3 file. Okay, we have 3 file. When we unzip it, there is a ISO file, and there is a DLL file, and there is another hash file. So these 3 files are already linked together in that malware. Whenever that malware has been deployed on your network, so you're gonna face a lot of trouble, guys. Believe it or not, you're gonna face a lot of trouble. Let's just delete that, and I'll just do it once again. I did unzip once again. There is a virus detection from the via Windows Defender. Once again, what you can do is, man, again this alert is coming up. You gotta block it at first. You have to block it no matter what. I would say that. I would say what I can do is let me just grab that tool here, which is a commander. As you can use that commander as a command prompt in the Windows, as you use Linux terminal. Here we have a commander. Okay. What we can do next thing is we'll be doing a total static analysis on this malware. We're not gonna go with the deep down section. There is again a lot of alerts coming. I would just say blocking the real-time detection would be good for us for this defender. Okay, to do that we can just go into virus and threats and manage things and whatever the real-time prediction unblock. Yes, I don't want to use that. I hate that. Okay, now it's not gonna pop up later, and I think it have deleted some of my files. Let's just see cd desktop, and I think there is only one file, right? Yeah, and that dll file has been deleted. Okay, that is fine. That is total fine. We can do that. Okay, once again that. Yep, just we'll just do one thing. Wait a minute, I gotta do it again once again. Yeah, I do want to pull out the strings. All the static analysis starts with the strings itself, but let's just say what strings that you are looking at do. That is also one of them. It's lot that that is something log. You do want to pull out a node section, so I'm just gonna use the Sublime text, a new file. We'll be calling that file. Let's just save it. We'll be calling this file as Nobelium. What is that? Whatever that name is, it is kind of fun. I don't know. I might be I'm pronouncing it wrong. Okay, let's just move to next thing is like, uh, yep, hashes, and I just do wanna grab everything that I found on that malware. So whatever the IOCs, whatever the findings that I would say there is something suspicious, I would consider everything. Yeah, we have to look these strings, but before that, let's just um, let's just grab the hashes of those file. Okay. Sure. Yep. Quick understanding, guys. While you're doing this, uh, let's just say, just don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Also, if you got the time, or else it would help a lot of time uh, for for our videos to reach other people's, or to it helps us create it on the YouTube. Okay, and along with that one, it is gonna be big series, because it's not only about the static analysis, it's also about the dynamic analysis of this malware. So it will gonna pump up a lot of lot of big data. So it might gonna be, I'm just trying to do it on a divided sections. Okay, so just don't forget that another videos I'll be posting on this one. So next step what we have did, and next step what we have did on this same malware, and what we have found out. And at the end of that video, at the end of this series, we're going to put us all those together pieces into the investigation reports, and let's just see what we have found out in the same manner. Okay, so that is kind of one of the big deals for us. And let's just move on with the next steps what we are doing in this analysis. Let's say whatever the SHA hashes that we have got. Okay, I can find the one file itself. Yeah, for that instruction dot ISO, it's a basically a ISO, as you used ISO for all of the things to do those operating system installations. You need ISO, right? So they have did the malware injection in that itself. Yeah, so that it is kind of one of the scariest thing to see. Okay, I can only see one file. I think it has got deleted again. Oh yeah, that Windows Defender might have blocked it. Let's just go once again, and what do we have to do this? We can we can do one thing definitely. I do want to delete this once. I'll just do that once again. Okay, I'll just unzip it. I hope now that defender that just not gonna come up and block that again. SHA-255 and hit the tab button. Instruction, I just hit the tab button, it will take it properly again. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, that is one of the confusion. I don't know why it's not working. Might be some of my issue with that. MD5 is also not gonna work or what? Yeah, it's this hash is also not working. It's just I'm just grabbing the hashes, right. Oh, sorry, it's in desktop. Okay, okay, I got it. Now we have to do is like we'll just gonna SHA-256 instruction.ios sorry, ISO, and we're gonna do the same thing on other two files. Okay, we'll just gonna grab the hashes. What you have to do is because the reason is like you can search it on open threat intelligence tools to get the understanding of what those files have been found out before. Has those files have been detected before, or is this malicious or not? You can use the virus total. That's totally fine. You can check those hashes in the virus total. That is also be good to have it. I would say I'll also grab the MD5 sums so that it is better to have extra hash of that same file. Let's say if I have to do another things later on, we'll discussing on that one. Okay, and let's move on to the next thing, which is totally about note section. Okay, what we'll do is we will put all those hashes here, which is like SHA-256 hashes, and put that copy as just paste it out. And as you can see, you have to do the same thing for all the things. Better you have findings, whatever the findings that you got, better you just put it on the notes itself, put it on somewhere else, so that later you comes on and later you think that okay, if this thing is have been found out by myself or not, so that you can just check, look into those things points, look into those notes, so that you can understand what are exactly the things that you have done and what are the findings that you have found out on that malware, right? So that is one of the best practices. Everyone does it, and you also have to do it. If you're not doing it, I would better recommend that to be okay. And one more thing, that is MD5, right? Yeah, this one is MD5. I'll just copy that same thing as well. Yeah. This is gonna be one of the biggest series, guys. There has to be a lot of videos that I have to put on same thing, but I'm just doing a static analysis on this so that I can understand what exactly you can find on this malware, and what exactly you can search it. There's a lot of other information is available. There are a lot of other researchers have already done this analysis, but doing myself as a cybersecurity professional, it is best to have these practices on your hand, so the later on your process, let's say if you want to analyze any kind of malware, that would be good. I love doing this. I love doing this, finding any kind of critical things, any kind of IOCs. After the MD5 hash is done, let's move on to another thing, which is second part, which will be totally string section, right? Whatever the strings that I have been found out. Yeah, this is the another one that I have been doing. Let's just close this right now. That is not important. What is important, that we will focus. Okay, what that is only we're going to focus strings space yeah strings space instructions. Sorry, I'm putting ISO. Oh my god, I just hit enter. Oh, this is gonna take too much long. I would say that it's not gonna take too much also. Look at that, look at the strings, guys. Look at the things that they are trying to do. It is basically a ISO file. Definitely you can predict that a lot of things gonna run, a lot of things has to be run, so definitely a lot of things gonna be you know uh, going around in there. So that my my commander itself broke down. There's no space for him to show me that information. You can check. If you go above there, you can't find anything else. Let's just go back to no. Let's just look into this strings. What we can find through this. Okay. So that thing will be you have to do it manually. That is the main thing. Okay, that is one of the best things that to do on the strings. There is also another tool on how to pull the strings from any file uh, from the Flare VM that I also recommended to use. But I'll use it. I'll show you what exactly it is. But right now, let's just look into this bunch of useless information that we can't understand, that can only be understood by computer. But let's just say a lot of strings that you might occur. There is auth which has been gone. There's a string, boolean strings, and unknown tokens. Okay, parser error. A lot of errors is there. A lot of codings, and a lot of cache memories, and how that cache memories can be manipulated. Let's just see what is this. See, std, std. Okay, that has been in the JSON exception. Those are the some of the APIs that I would say. Strings, you can see boolean, binary. Oh, okay, that is definitely one of the. You can say it is not suspicious because it is ISO file. So cannot use the operator with the numeric argument. No, it's fine. We can try must be string. I don't know, guys. Let's just find out what we have got. Oh, this is going extremely big and big now. Okay, invalid strings must be found by 4 hex digits, which is kind of expected. Digit after exponent sign. Okay, there's a lot of signatures also going on. I don't know. It's a lot of things that you have to look into it. Definitely, you will gonna find out. Number of overflow passings, values. That is totally fine. That is totally agreeable, or it's it. I can't say that it's deniably wrong. It's definitely correct when it comes to the ISO image. I didn't have personally did the ISO static analysis, but I would say this is the first time I would have to look into this kind of files. But let's just say whatever the find that we think that we can find out, because there are 3 files, right? So there has to be a link between that. There has to be a lot of connections. There has to be a lot of there is a lot of code is there. You can't predict what is code is that. Let's just say Windows on GCC. Okay, that is totally fine. If you don't know, you can just go and check in your browser. And what is GCC? That's just paste it. It's a GCC originally written as compiler for the GNU operating system. Yeah, that is totally fine. It's not suspicious because it's a ISO image, right? When we can check for the there is a DLL file. That file that we have got in the directory. Let's just move forward. Okay. Now what we have to see is like we're gonna put the strings, and yeah, documenting is one of the best thing, guys. You don't know what you have found out. You don't know what those findings might gonna help in the future in the static analysis. We're also gonna do the dynamic analysis, but I would say taking snapshots, taking all those things. It is kind of it is gonna be one of the biggest things, but because I do have to set up the lab setup for that exactly to do the static analysis on the ISO image, because you definitely have to run that file inside your VM. And I would say or else you can just look into the other tools, but for that I would just consider it later. Let's just keep on adding these strings, findings, or whatever the thing that you have found out. Anything can be suspicious. You don't know what hacker is looking into that option, right? Let's just say we have found out MD SHA hashes and MD5 hashes of all of those three files. I'll definitely look into this in the next video, which is totally on the file analysis, totally, which is we're going to working towards. Okay, let's just come back to the strings and let's see what are the other things that we have. Okay, sleep argument for the system, free memory, that is fine. Get module information. Okay. There are other ADV APD32. Okay, as you might know, this malware called in another way APD26. So I don't know why this API 26. So I don't know why this called as API 32.dll. There might be a lot of things going around. So because this has been affected a lot of things. This okay, there's like two exes. I do want to document those things. Let's just paste it. Move to the next thing, which is totally yeah, another initiations. Okay, it is definitely deploying that because it has the initiations API calls, right? If you don't know what is RC4, just go, let's just check it. It's a just encryption where where in the encryption for the file, let's say whatever the whatever the data that you want to encrypt, you can use the RC4 encryption method. So the hacker is trying to use that RC4. Okay, we'll just use it because let's say if later on if you wanted to decrypt anything, so that we have this point where we can say that okay, this is RC4 encryption. Let's just say later on we can just decrypt it using that method itself. So it's gonna be easy for us to keep these things. I'll gonna move on to the flaws. Yeah, that's what I was talking. It's basically looks like a string, literally. When you look into that information, both of the data that has been pulled out by the strings and the flaws are kind of a similar, but I would say a lot of other informations you might gonna trigger that you might gonna find. So let's just run the flaws. Let's just type with the flaws and put the tab. Just hit the tab button and we'll use the instruction. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we'll just work it. Okay, failed to analyze the sample. Flaws currently support the following formats: string decoding and stack strings. PE, you can always shell code using the format. I don't know, man. Okay, man is now working. Flaws.exe or space man. I think we can use tech h dash h might be to get the help or no, this is also not working. I don't know, man. This flaws I haven't used that much, but I don't know what are the strings that you can. Oh, okay, we got the info here. This is just a Flare Teams open source tools to extract the obfuscated strings from malware. Okay, that is definitely one of the best tools to extract the strings. It does a lot of better things than strings a lot of time, but I don't know you if you know that is good. Extract all strings, do not extract static strings. Okay, only extract the stack and tight strings. Okay, that is acceptable. That is totally fine, guys. You don't need to look into that information. Let's just grab another tool. I do want to proceed this in the next video, so stay tuned, guys. We will be working towards this malware analysis thoroughly. I don't know, a lot of blogs are there, a lot of information is available, a lot of other resources are available, but I would say doing from your side, understanding any kind of malware what is exactly is doing, it's good. I'll gonna compare this everything with their reports. So we're gonna just use the e-studio, which is one of the tool to understand the. It gives a lot of information about that. I think it's gonna reveal everything in this step itself. I don't know, but you might gonna get it. Just double click on that, and here, boom, it is open. You can look into that. There's a lot of waiting list is there, so just give it a time. We will run through this, and thank you for watching, guys. I'll look into it. I will come back to you on next video. We'll do this thing, and we will find it. We will find the new data on this information, and also let's just say what are the what are those hashes are doing, what are those hashes indicators, are those detected by any antivirus engines in a virus total, or any any information available on the malware, open threat malware analysis, malware investigations, or any kind of IOCs that you want to look into. So we will definitely gonna look into that information. So stay tuned with me, and I'll see you in the in the next video. Until then, enjoy. Just keep looking into that thread information. You definitely need it. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Bye. Take care.